So hello everyone and welcome back down to the allotment. So this is going to be day 2 of the polytunnel build. Still some more prepping of the ground to do before we get the polytunnel up. Give you a quick show. I'll go and grab the rotavator and get digging again. So you've probably seen, if you've watched the last video, that I marked out all the space where the new polytunnel is going to go. Digging it down just so that it's reduced height because we're kind of limited as to what we can put on this site. I remember the old pond used to be here, and I've been working at rotavating and digging all the soil out, as you can see by that pile there. So that pile's not going to go to waste, that'll go into beds and things like that. So it's not going to get removed, it's not going to get left in the pile, it will get sorted. But here we go, that's what we're starting with today. I'll go and get the rotavator and we'll get started. So a little bit more of an update today. So I've now managed to dig out the whole 4 by 3 metre hole. I need to even it off a little bit, and then I'm going to work out if I'm going to carry on digging down a bit more or whether I'm happy with the sort of 30 odd centimetres. At least that takes it below head height and makes it slightly less large, should we say, and hopefully make it slightly more acceptable on this site. I'm going to go over it, as I say, and then decide whether I'm going to dig any more out. So as you can see, I've already dug a fair amount out, and it is hard work, especially in the warm weather today. But I'm going to get a bit more done and we'll see what we think. Okay, so we've done a little bit more. I've tried to even off, certainly around the edges, as you can probably see, with a little bit of the extras just raked into the middle. So I think what I'm going to do now is go and get some wood that I'm going to use as stakes to drive into the corners to secure to the upright post of the polytunnel, and then start looking at weed membraning inside on the floor, obviously getting those posts in, getting the frame up, and then potentially getting the cover on and looking at wood chipping the floor in here. A lot to do. I might not get it all done today, but I'm going to take the rotavator home and get started with getting the wood and stuff. So I shall be back in a little bit. So hello again everyone, I am back again. It's still day 2. I've just bought a load of wood and brought the polytunnel along. So let's have a look at the one I've bought, and I'll do a few little clips of me at various stages of putting this up. Probably won't all get done today, but we'll hopefully at least make a start anyway. So let's have a look. So here we go, this is the polytunnel in question. So it's the Pro Tunnel Grow Zone Max from Smart Garden. As you can see, it's kind of the cheapy looking green and clear plastic, but you can also see it's galvanized poles on there, and as we've said already, the size is going to be 2 meters by 3 meters with a max height of 190, so hopefully that'll be down to 160 from the sort of normal ground level. But I'm going to unpack this, have a look, and see what we can do. So I've already come across my first issue. I hadn't dug this hole wide enough. So when I'd measured out exactly the 2 meters of the polytunnel. But then I think where I've just undershot slightly on either side with the rotavator when digging out, it wasn't quite enough space to fit the bottom of the frame in. So I'm now, as you can see, widening this out a little bit. Doesn't need to be widened out much, but hopefully that little bit there will be enough. So unfortunately it means more digging soil out to add to this pile. Hopefully once this is out, that'll be it for digging the soil to get the frame in, and then it'll just be digging post holes in all the corners and middle sections. But I'll get this done and then we'll see, hopefully it'll fit in. So there we go, a little bit of digging. It just about fits in this hole now. So next plan is to put the lower half of the uprights on and then look at digging post holes for some supporting posts, which are going to be made out of this CLS timber, which I'm going to treat to keep it waterproof. So I've got to, as far as I can really get today, I need to come back with some spanners to tighten this frame up. But as you can see, the frame's gone up quite nicely. It doesn't seem too high. If I take you for a wander back, you can see it's kind of dug down to the ground, but actually is at maximum about 1.6, but that's only at the center bar. The rest of it is then, you know, closer to the ground height, but nothing too horrific. As we go and have a look, you can see I've put these posts in. So what I will do is I'll be cable tying these on to the frame just to give it a little bit more stability in wind. So it's kind of well and truly anchored to the ground. So each one of these goes about a foot into the ground, so about 30 centimetres. And then the plan will be is I'll use some ground anchors. Once the cover's on, I'll use 6 ground anchors with some ratchet straps, which will go across the beams in the centre and just kind of secure it down to stop during any heavy winds this blowing down. So yeah, as we see, it's going to be I think quite a nice little growing space in there. So that is it from me for today. That's the end of day 2 of this polytunnel build. What I might do is see if I can come down here with my wife tomorrow and get the cover onto this, because I have a feeling that's probably going to be a 2-person job, and get everything else tightened up on here. And equally see what she thinks of it. So as I say, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care. Happy allotmenting.